The question of the day is, why do bad things happen to good people? The person who asks this question believes that the world is logical and everything happens for a reason. So the first theory is that the world really doesn't care, it just does what it wants, and it doesn't actually operate on like a logical basis. It doesn't care if we're good or bad. We're basically judging the motions of a random universe doing its random things with its random people, and we're perceiving it as either bad or good. There's nothing supernatural or mystical behind it. So the first explanation is that the world is a dark, cold universe that does not care about you. Now this could be true, but we need to take into consideration that we don't know everything. There are topics that people believed in a few hundred years ago that are completely disproved today. So why can't there be stuff that we think we know a lot about right now, things that we think that are supernatural or too far-fetched or whatever, that could turn out to be true in a few hundred years? Not only that, there's stuff that our brains just don't understand. For example, wavelengths. We can only see a tiny fraction of all the wavelengths that are out there on the light spectrum or whatever. So there could definitely be things out there that we just aren't able to perceive because we're humans, and the equipment or the technology we've made doesn't see those waves or whatever, those energies either. So there could be other stuff happening that we can't explain for, that we just wouldn't be able to know. So with that in mind, even though I don't believe in all these theories, here are 3 other theories that are out there, and they could explain why bad things happen to good people. Now warning, I'm not a philosopher or scientist, and I haven't even remotely began to study the stuff I'm about to tell you. So the second theory I want to talk to you about is a theory that thoughts make things. If you think about something, it will manifest itself into reality, and it was popularized by the book The Secret. It's basically the idea that when you think about something, signals get sent out to the universe, and the universe is basically creating our thoughts all the time. Now you might be thinking, as everyone does, okay, so I'm thinking of a blue elephant, why isn't there a blue elephant coming on? And there's some loopholes that have been presented by different people. So the first explanation is that if you thought of something and it didn't come true and it didn't manifest itself, is that you didn't believe in it enough. If you had believed in it more, it would have happened. You know, I could believe in it, but other people can tell me I don't believe in it enough, so can I not know that I don't believe in something? The second theory is that there's this theory by Einstein where everything has already happened and we're just perceiving it through time. So basically, if I think of a blue elephant, I've actually made that into a thing, and I just haven't experienced it yet because we humans experience the world through time. And so it has been manifested, but it's not here yet. And the third explanation is that you have to focus on it for more than whatever amount of seconds. So that's why all your random thoughts don't turn into things. Only the thoughts that you give power to will end up manifesting themselves. But what it boils down to is that if bad things happen to you, it could be that you have manifested it to yourself. Like you're just thinking negative thoughts, and if you stop thinking those negative thoughts, bad things will stop happening to you, which is not what I believe in. It's just out there, okay? So the third explanation for why bad things happen to good people is the evil eye. It's the belief that if someone is jealous of you and they give you a malevolent gaze, or they look at you in a bad way, or even if they're your close friend, but if they're jealous or if there's some bad intention behind it, that they can bring misfortune upon you. So let's say you get a new car, I see you and I'm like, oh, that's a good car, that's a cool car. And then the car breaks down, they say, oh, you know, Borna had the evil eye and he jinxed me. And that's why in a lot of countries, they say mashallah every time they compliment someone, just because they're mitigating the effects of the evil eye. That's why people sometimes have that evil eye necklace, or you might see this emoji around. That's basically where it comes from. And the last theory that I have for you guys today is karma. The idea that when you do bad things happen to you. And, you know, if all the good things that happen to you and all the bad things that happen to you, if they don't balance out with what your acts are, you're basically going to have that karma passed down to another life, and then you'll experience the bad misfortunes or the good misfortunes there because of what your past life did. And there's no way to prove any of these theories because I can't go to another life and I can't measure how evil someone's eye is, and unless, you know, I have some sort of mind control device like Elon's thing where I can go into someone's brain and just see how their thoughts are, how is it making stuff happen. There's no ethical way to experiment all of this, but these are just the theories that are out there. So what do you guys think? What is the absolute truth? Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.